multiple individuals. But we do know there has been this large-scale police response. You can see there in the far distance, just previously, the ambulances who had arrived on scene. We're seeing an awful lot of officers in tactical uniform. We're seeing repeated use of that helicopter over the city. This, like I say, is a city around 120 miles south of Vienna. It is on the border with Hungary and Slovenia. It's Slovenia. It's a city of around 300 or so thousand people. It's known for its medieval old town, shops and restaurants and surrounding streets. It has a lot of unique architecture that brings tourists to the scene. Well, we can see here that it is a different day in Graz in Austria, responding to these reports of a shooting, reports that potentially 5 people may have lost their lives. Austrian police have declined to give too many comments.
You ready, double whammy?
They do say a police operation is underway. They do say it's a large-scale one. We do know that there are units of reporting of this shows maybe 4 or 5 cars.
You're forced in? I was on Jules a little while earlier ago.
Motorists who have been recording from their perspective.
I'm just looking at the news here about these attacks in Austria.
Incident has been brought to
I'll go to separate and then I have to have a shower. So
ongoing. There is a sense from officers that this incident continues. Like I say, just
good morning.
The local police department on X.
Here we go. Pack just arrived. Bing bash 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 boom. Bing bash bash boom bash boom bash bash bash.
These are some of the
just want to see the first look. Just want to see the first look.
And I'm just taking a look at some of the things that have been shared with me.
Let's do the smell test.
I can see what appears from Kronenzeitung, a local newspaper, of a yellow helicopter that has landed in what appears to be a grassed area, potentially a sports field, it would seem, next to the school.
No, it's
also saying that local media was able to speak to the husband of a teacher.
No, it's actually just.
It appears barricaded inside a classroom with students. Local media reporting hearing gunshots.
Rip that son of a bitch.
We believe that unable to be reunited with their children, and that there are believed to be injured students. We're working to establish.
This is Donnyburger T21. It's 21%. Indica dominant hybrid. Here you go. From Sun Farms. It's only 21%, you know. But it was good quality nugs the last time I had it, so let's have a look. Let's do the smell test.
You can see one there responding to local residents that the building is currently being meticulously searched, that the public are being naturally asked to avoid the area. I'm sure they will also being asked not to share any footage.
Oh!
Is a key source of intelligence for officers, but it is also a terrible source of misinformation. We understand though here at Sky News that officers, as you've seen in the past few moments, responding armed to a large-scale incident at a school in Graz, a city of 300,000 people, 120 miles south of the capital, Vienna. We'll keep you fully appraised with more details here on Sky News.
I can only pray like a bright brand new day from the women from Cregan, from the moor and the bog.
It's a podcast that simulates a Russian attack on the UK. Well, let's bring in our security.
Oh, mommy! I miss my mommy. Anyway, got a bit of Donnyburger, so I'm gonna do it. That's it. Yes, medical cannabis. I haven't smoked my medical cannabis yet. It's just arrived. So in a minute I might just calm down a bit, you know. But for now,
in a Cobra meeting pitched against the Kremlin, and actually if you want, we can show you a bit.
That's a small joint for me, but I'm gonna stick it in now.
The Russians
oh, mommy. Yeah, let me read it out quickly for all the ones. Cultivator is Donnyburger, like the strain. Producer, Pure Sun Farms Corporation, Canada.
Take a breath.
Yeah. What else we got here?
I suggested running a
That's really about it.
For a podcast to find out.
Victoria Court Street, St Albans. Anyway, we are here. Dude, usually I don't go back and buy the second back or the all 30 grams, you know. But with this, I am going to buy all 20 grams of it because it's decent. Comes nice in a big fancy pack with the nice little big crunchy nugs. Now, what a mug! What a mug! Boo-hoo! Kick that little fart out. Who the fuck are you coming into my life this hour of the morning? Fuck you! Fuck your brother! Fuck your mother! Fuck your house! Fuck your dog!
We came up with this idea.
Do you understand?
Simulate, what it's like at the kind of crisis cabinet level,
Oh my god, what a sad thing to say. Kick that little sad fuck out.
The whole of this
What a sad thing to say. He said something about rape. He'd let the immigrants rape his daughter because he don't know any better. You sad fuck. I just got some medical weed sent to me. How about you, you fucking jackass?
Prime Minister's emergency Cobra meeting.
What a jackass. Mentioning rape of daughters, you sad cunt. Everybody put a ban on his account. He's talking about daughters being raped. You fucking weirdo. And that's it, Whammy. You kill all them out. You kick all them out. Now, who's ready for the joint? Who's ready for the zoo this hour of the morning? Come on, boys. Walk up you now. The page is blowing up. And people hate it. And I'm just an ordinary man, nothing special, nothing grand. I've had to roll everything by my own. Oh, Danny Burger. Oh, Danny. Danny boy. The pipes were calling. Yeah, as you kick them all out, double whammy. Kick all the fucking weirdos out. Suck my left asshole.
This is just a show of force. The worst outcome is this is setting off force in order to attack.
For a bright, brand new day. From the women from Cleggan. From the moor and the bog. Oh, mammy. Let's grind her up now. Let's grind it up. Because it's my medical. Some people say I'm a very violent person without it, right? So just give me a minute.
We asked Professor Phillips O'Brien from St Andrews University to imagine what a US Secretary of State would say.
We are going to follow the US policy as laid out by the President, which will look after American interests first.
Damien, what's happening?
On Sunday, the 5th of October, our top story.
The news reports, they kind of have a couple of purposes. One of them is they'll play into
Yeah, we'll kick him out again, don't we? No, I'm joking. Not you, Damien. You're a fart ass. Someone came in and the first comment they said is, he looks like he'd let immigrants rape his daughter. Now, at this time of day, at 10:15 in the morning, what is going through that man's mind? You know? Donny Burger! Donny Burger's going into my lungs now, guys. I got the Donny Burger! I got the burger! I got the Donny Burger! I got the burger! I got the Donny Burger! Yeah, cheeky bastard, I know. I know he's disappeared now, little faggot. Wait and see when he comes back in. Yeah? That's what Double Whammy Kid blocked him there. He'll come back in, watch him, we'll fucking... We'll lambait him. So what did you mean with that?
Until it arrives and goes back. And then
You sad fuck. Sad. Hope you're having a good
I'm Deborah Haynes.
You dropped the kids off at school. You done the school run? I did. Now it's time for long run. You know what I mean?
And we're launching.
Oh, I'm looking forward to some Donny Burger. Reminds me of a simple time. A time when the joint just didn't sideburn. So if I tell you, would you kick him in the face? Right, I always show you what I'm smoking on. Here we go, look. Public stoning, exactly the way I'm here. That's the way I do mine, guys. I just mix it all the way in. I don't do it on top anymore. Get it in and... Oh no, very chilled, very chilled.
A big summit happening later on this month
like I have my guitar, I invested money in my guitar, like that's what I'm going to spend my mornings doing. Sometimes I used to nip out and do a bit of shopping or pick. I don't have to. The weather's a bit dull and gloomy. Not too bad. That's nice. We're going out in a minute, but it's a bit overcast. So really, just a chill out day now. My back's in a. Oh, guys! I nearly dropped the whole joint. One sec. I was in a bad way last night with my back, guys, and it's hard for people to understand. I know. You know, and people say, "Hey, you can't be that bad." And my back is in a fucking hoop at the minute.
Who is our Prime Minister in the game.
I'm going up now in a minute to get my sertraline and me fucking, what's it called? The strongest painkillers they have. That's what I say. I'd go in and say, you know, you queue up and all, and they go, "Excuse me, can I help you?" I go, "Yeah." What's the strongest painkillers you have? I always say it, and they go, "Oh, and then what is it for? And what part of the body are you trying to do?" and all that. And I say, look, I used to be a junkie. This is exactly what I say. You have me on file. I won't be coming back next week for 3 boxes and 3 boxes. I used to be a junkie. I know all about addiction, but right now I'm suffering me back. I don't need the medium ones and the ones at 2 days worth. I need a big box of painkillers, and I need them now because my back is in a fucking pickle, guys. This is gonna be. Sorry, guys. I get all excited when my meds come. You know, I get the shakes and all I do. You know, it's exciting. It's fun, you know. It's me medication. And hopefully it tastes good now. But this is gonna be a fucking bang. Shout out to Jude. I was listening to Jude earlier, guys.
We are making different choices. To put more
How are you, Rab? I'm just about to go outside and have a chat with you now.
We are making Labour choices.
I just made an absolute cannonball. If anyone see a detective and he's looking for his baton back, I have it. Yeah.
Workers of up to £1,400 a year.
But I want to have a little chat about what's going on in Austria right now. School shooting, what's going on in LA, California, what's going on in Ireland, what's going on in England, what's going on in Ukraine, Russia. The world is fucked.
The living wage will take into account
baseball, but yeah, bro. Exactly.
of our employment rights bill. The biggest
Better up. Right, let's go. This is the way I came today, guys. Look, delighted.
our plan to make the work
Sure, there's my prescription there. Look, got a little prescription label on it. And there's, it comes at 4C labs, look. You know what I mean? This is what all crackheads and drug addicts should be given. The opportunity to get excited about stuff that comes in the post. Right, let's go.
Unfair conflictual industrial relations framework that we inherited from the Conservatives into the 21st century.
I was walking out without the phone, guys. Brilliant. Hammy, we did it yesterday. Now it doesn't fucking look it now. Look, there's a few plates and stuff. But you know, I got a little bit frustrated this morning because that's what happens. I come down in the morning and within 20 minutes the place is in fucking bits. And I think I can't do this every day. Every day wake up to the same shit. And then I realise, oh yes, you can. That's what a dad does. That's what a stepdad does. A stay-at-home stepdad. That's what you do. All day, every day. Oh, it's starting to rain, Teds. Look, guys. Not in my smoking shed, it doesn't. Teddy, you're gonna have to stay there, unfortunately. Sorry. Doesn't. Never exactly hammy, man. Now, this is cool, isn't it? Got my own little smoking room and all. That little freak that came in a minute ago and said something about daughters being raped. So if anyone comes in, guys, Hammy knew his name. Next time he comes into anyone's channel, we need to lambaste him. So here we go, guys. Good morning. Big fat joint of Donnybrook, look. Big fat joint of Donnybrook. Let's go. And you would think it's not Australian, but actually I'm Northwest. It's not raining here yet. Damien, it's just bitted a little bit now. I got a notification on my phone last night saying the weather's generated to get better. It's meant to be 24 degrees tomorrow. But it's a little bit, it's still early though. You know? And I love my backyard when it's clean, guys. I know it doesn't look that clean, but you know, it's just nice when things are clean. I forgot my sunglasses, for fuck's sake. I like wearing my glasses. Oh, it doesn't matter, what is it? Oh. Now, remember the last time, guys, I told you I got this strain and I didn't like it? Yeah, but the taste of that now. Oh my god. There's a sourness there that, oh, like the fucking thing, you prick. Oh. Mmm. Oh. Oh, that tastes lovely. Oh, I seen it this morning. Part of me is really, really proud, guys. It's very hard for me to make this understand, but maybe Rab will understand because he's an older man. I'm very patriotic about it. But I don't want to see people, I don't want to see the madness. You know, gone are the days where we fucking lynch people. Gone are the days where mob brutality and all that. But I am with my people on this. I can't back down. I have people in my own family are saying I'm an idiot and I'm stupid and I sound stupid and I'm gonna lose friends for sticking up about the indigenous Irish people. But I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Fuck that. How are you, Jill? Good morning. I was just watching it, Solway. Good morning to you. I was just watching it a minute ago and I shared a few clips myself. Close that fucking door over. What's the story with that? Love me tender, love me like I love you. Fucking enjoy it. That's a sweet bit of bud, that. Coming together as one, yes, absolutely. Your own blood in the tricolour, yeah. Zach, boys, there's not a lot of things I picked up in life, and I'm generally speaking a 36-year-old boy. I'm like, it's like someone gave birth to me yesterday. Yes, I know a few things and all that, but it's a bit. The world is it's a vast. And one thing I do remember growing up was our history and the fight we had for 600, 800 years against the English and every other Lord King that came fucking knocking. And then we had this little country called Ireland, where people started to come visit in the 60s and 70s on holidays. And I mean, we don't have anything. All we have is GAA and a few points on the weekend. That's all we have. And Jesus Christ. And now we're saying that's not enough anymore. Really pissed me off. Yeah. But the Scottish and the English Irish get along famously. No, and it just sounds strange saying this, right, because I don't have the academics to back it up, but into that, there's a lot of immigration, a lot of fucking, come here, start a family, start a new life, adapt our ways. Now, you're dealing with the last 50, 60, 70, 80 to 100 years. We ain't. We ain't invade shit. We ain't invade shit. We didn't steal anything off anybody. We didn't conquer anybody. We didn't start anything. We don't fuck up. And now, at the very, very epicenter, I mean epicenter of our the biggest mosque in Europe, the third biggest mosque in Europe, Crow Park is, and now it's and the money that's being pumped into there, handshakes in them corporate offices, decades of this. You know what I mean? Decades of it. It's gone too far. Like it's gone too far. I think there should be a boycott of the GAA. Now, if anyone's already started that, yeah, we just built the world. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Like, so I'm waiting for someone to come in and back up facts. Like, what did the Irish do? They said those out first in World War One and World War Two with the blacks and the Indians, dead on the front lines. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, come fight for us, but you're on the front lines first, boys. We done fucking nothing. I told you we were shipped to Australia, the Canary Islands. We didn't do fucking nothing. And to be honest with you guys, we're on our own. You know, Rab, you're older than me. Solway, there's a few people in there older than me. Like, it's sad to say, but it's almost too far gone now. They done it right under our noses. Didn't ask the people's opinions, the people's questions. You know, they dribbled. And Ireland owes the EU 140 billion, right? Now imagine what that is taxed every year or annually, right? Taxed on top of that, right? And they know we don't have the GDP to fucking pay that back for donkeys, right? So the only thing we as a member of the EU have is fuck yous, fuck your culture, fuck your language, fuck your diversity, or your whatever it is, and yous have land, build up. You know what I mean? And it's really sad. Like, we can't consider ourselves just dumb people and, oh, the governments know best and they're doing best. No. Their arm is put behind their back. Some of them are bending over and putting their arse in the air on purpose, but some of them, their hand is being twisted behind their back. You know, and I've seen maybe, 2 or 3 politicians, local TDs and MPs, literally say lately at the marches that, you know, I'm going to be blacklisted now, but I'm telling you the truth. And it doesn't make me sad to see, like, all this carnage going on up there. Like, you can't be firebombing innocent kids. Kids don't choose. You know, if you have kids living in a house, Muslims, non-Muslims, wherever they are from, I don't care, they're children. You know, don't scare children. Don't intimidate children. Don't hurt a child. Don't traumatise a child. You know, storm the Garda station, guys. Why don't you storm the Garda station and say we are the police now because you aren't policing us? Storm the hospitals, storm the government offices. Don't be storming where kids sleep all, you know what I mean? I have to. I genuinely have to. I spent 200 quid unnecessarily while I was waiting on this. Just got 10 grams today. Usually that's gone in 2 days. You know, and that's not a show off. That's nothing better to do. Yes, I'm medicating and I'm feeling good and I'm doing my things, but smoking, you can be high and make it last an hour or two, but the physical act of coming out, going live and smoking, it burns up your stash, you know. Guys, I'm complaining about all the weed all the time. At 21%, it smells beautiful in the bag. It smells earthy, musky like, and then when you're sucking it before you've lighted it, it's sour. It tastes sour, and they don't taste creamy. Like, it's not bad. It was 65 quid. It was 6.50 a gram. Hammy. On our kids, I know. Rab, like, I'm only a young man. Like, I have a 4-year-old in there. You know, I try to do my best. I never had children of my own, you know. She's the sweetest, most beautiful, most innocent child there is, you know. And like everyone's child, but like, so I feel like I do have a voice, you know, as a parent and as what rules, where we're going in life, you know. Whereas before I didn't. And I'm just telling you now, as bad as England is, as bad as France is, as bad as Germany is, as bad as America is, Ireland has no defence whatsoever from this. We have no defence. You know, honestly, most of us work an average wage to get 25 to 40 grand a year before tax. We haven't got time to be going out marching and losing our jobs and getting arrested. You know what I mean? You have to work every second of the fucking day in Ireland. Unless you sell drugs, but you're going to get caught eventually. Yeah. Lena shared something really good with me today, guys, this morning. There's a Scottish, I believe he's a Scottish priest with Irish heritage, or he's an Irish priest with Scottish heritage. He's been working with addicts and all over Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and searching from all the way down to the south of Ireland with a cross in his hands. He's going to walk the whole distance of it. And I wish him all the best. Yeah. And I know it's sometimes... there's my take. Sometimes it's hard because people say, look, you just need to get on with life and all that. No, I'm only here once and I want to have an opinion once. My opinion is that what's happened to Ireland in the last 10 years is a fucking disgrace. There's videos of, but it's like something out of the Wild Wild West, guys. They're sneaking into the country. Yes, because it's a welfare system. And yes, because they're being allowed. You know, there was one guy, just one example I told you the other day, guys. He was interviewed, and he was saying, I am more than happy. And I believe it was 3.5 to 4 grand a month he was getting because he has 6 kids, 3 wives, and 2 houses. No, he doesn't work. His job is the father of the house. He goes around and fucking just impregnates and slaps and beats and chokes his kids. I'm sorry, Jude, if you're listening, all Muslims do that. I'd be rude, I'd be dumb, and I'd be insensitive to say that every single Muslim I'm talking about. I'm talking about the jihadists, the radicals, the people that want to change our culture, the people who want to bleed our system, the people who want to see our Western culture, to see a shift in dynamics, in diversity. All these other people think I'm talking shit. I'm not. What's wrong? What about us? What about the 4.5 million Irish people? 4.5 million is not a lot. Thanks very much. If you didn't already know that. There's a lot more Gazans. Like, we are a dying breed. Oh, boo-hoo, Colin, what are you complaining for? I'm not complaining, I'm just telling you the truth. We can only afford to have one child per household, if even. They're having 6 and 7. In the name of Allah, I must stay at home and protect my children. You need 5 grand to do that, do you? Bet you if you check the licenses for every business that's been open in the capital in the last 6 months, it's by Irish nationals. Is it because we're dumb and stupid? No, it's not because we're dumb and stupid, it's because we don't have a chance. My man's 62, she goes to work every day of the week. And her husband works 2 jobs. These people are walking our streets, hanging around all day. All fucking day. Hating on Jesus, hating on Ireland, hating on our heroes, hating on our history, hating on our women because they're showing a bit, doing whatever it is, hating on music. They don't give a fuck about Dunnes Stores. They don't give a fuck about fucking 1916. They don't give a fuck about St. Patrick's Day. They don't give a fuck about Sunday Mass. When you see Christmas, goes all the off-licensing shops to be open. Like over here, it's not like Christmas and like it is. Everywhere is open because no one celebrates fucking Christmas. Do you understand? It's not the same. Ireland used to be a beautiful, magical place at Christmas. A simple folk we are. And now that's even been taken away. Like the nativity play in schools, guys. They're going to be gone in a year or 2. People think I'm joking. In the next 12 months, the leader of the fucking Ireland First movement said that in the next 12 months to 16 months it was, all school meals in Ireland will be halal. Now, if that's not pushing something against the indigenous people, then I don't know what is. Yeah, mine too, Andrew. Mine too. That and I'm driving home for Christmas. Two fucking, and I'm just gonna say I might upset a few people, 2 ugly fuckers they were. But they sang beautiful, didn't they? That's what we have. We don't give a fuck about your Gucci flip-flops and all that shite. We'll just sing some sad songs. You sit there and take a sup of Guinness and shut the fuck up. How about that? You know, there was a guy as well on the podcast where I showed you not too long ago. Go through them all, there's loads of them. But this one was in the last 5 weeks, right? And it was like tourists, English tourists and some other tourists are getting pissed off listening to the rebel songs. And a lot of venues now they're hiring musicians that are not that. And I just think, holy fuck, man, I'm not going to a GAA match. If you think I'm paying 10 or 15 euro for a burger, £9 for a beer, shit seats, also that money goes in so they get great air conditioning in their little Hindu meetings upstairs, suck my dick, man. No, fuck off. I'm sure we play on English turf. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure there was murder over it because the turf was replaced with English turf because it was better and more affordable. Second of all, they what's the other thing they did? The holy sticks. The holy sticks that we use are made out of English ash because there is no Ireland anymore. If my signal's bad, guys, you'll have to let me know if my signal's terrible. It's very slow, but yeah, you know, I'm not afraid to be Irish. I'm not putting anyone down. I'm bigging us up. That's the difference. Everywhere else is able to be proud of who they are, but we're not. We're racists now. I'm not sure what percent the GZZ was. You'll have to remind me, was it 23% or 24%? Hammy, this is only 21%. It's fucking real. I won't complain, so I won't. So 23, well, there you go, that's a good number. Honest to God, I remember being happy with GCC, like in all rounder, and I'm happy with this, and this one's only 21, so now I might not be getting as high or whatever, but it's lovely to smoke it. Look at the ash off the fucking thing. It's lovely. It's creamy. And in the Mighty Medic, you'll get the proper flavour profile of it. Now, exactly, that's what I mean. I got the Cosmic Cream, 31%, one of the highest ones. It tastes no different to the ones that were 26%. You know, it's all about your tolerance as well, you know. So, so let me know what you're doing for the morning. Like, me and Jude are trying to build our channels, you know, without being cheesy and stupid and YouTubey crap. We do as many lives as we can, but we want to start. We do want to start getting people on, right? But it's not as easy as you say, because as you see, the StreamYard, it's different. You know, someone kind of has to be. Only Jude, I think, has to be in control of the. No one can see who's in unless you press it. You have to invite people. You have to get people at the right time. But it's what we want to do, and we're gonna pick subjects like we've just spoke about, not just weed, you know, and mental health, but like, you know, these school shootings. School shootings were an American thing. Now it's a Swedish and Norway thing. You know, we used to think immigration. We used to just think fucking America, and all the people from Africa going to like, you know, Italy and Greece and France. It's not. It's crept up quick. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. My channel, I told, like, you have to put a lot of time into it. Like, I want to do a morning thing where I've done my prayers, which I haven't done in ages, and it's because I've been enjoying chatting. There's a lot more people coming in now, so I'm conversating, but I don't want to take away from the fact that I want to do, you know, it could be 3 days a week. That for the first hour in the morning, I do the prayers, guided meditation, mindfulness, you know, blah, blah, blah. How are you? Oh, Ollie, what's happening? I keep saying Ollie, but fuck, I know who it is. That's it, exactly what I'm talking about is I want to get, like, and you as well, don't forget, Phil, that's my neighbour, by the way, guys. he's had a spanner for ages because he's sound as well. He's an English. He's a Brit, but he's not from down here. He's up from up there. But anyway, the channel, I want to get people on and talk about, not just like, it is hard to explain, but you know, like you tune into the news and they have bullet points and you talk about that and you go, well, what do you feel about that? What would you change different? You know, and my Ash is hanging on for dear life. I got some medical fill. I'll have a look in a little while and see what I can give you, but I'm trying to hang on to the Ash. I'm a greedy cunt. It's funny, yeah. Harry went and told the whole school that I smoke cigars, big fat stinky cigars. Yeah. And I thought, yeah, you keep telling them that. Tell them they're the illegal ones from Cuba. You know? Like I've watched a few people now that have panels and you bring on and you don't show their face, and sometimes it's a little bit easier just to talk about, you're not going much, look at this and stuff. And that's what we need. I think you could get 6 or 8 people on, you know, and you could literally, you just pick a topic. It could be, as I said, mental health. It could be woke. It could be fucking anything. The more people going. What can you do? My signal keeps going, I know. I know. Hold on. I'm trying to keep my hash. Oh, she's hanging on for dear life there. Whoa, that's a horrible roach. How did I do that? Whoa, that is a horrible roach. I don't know how I did that, guys. I've never do roaches like that. I don't know how that ended up like that. You know, there's a few things, you know, someone who has body dysmorphia might want to come on and say, you know, I've never really spoke about it. Can you speak about your body dysmorphia? I can speak about mine all fucking day. Because it never goes away. I just learn to ignore it. You know, but like football season is over now. Like Jude like talking about football and fighting. I didn't even know Sean O'Malley was fighting the other night. And he lost, like. I've never seen someone so much casually tap. It was a real, yeah, come on, get over it, get on with it. Hope my missus didn't make me sick or swim. Coughing and spluttering all over the place. You'll have to let me know if the internet is okay. Well, that's it, exactly. Like, I know Jude's done all that. Like, you know, we can talk about the sport of fighting, you know, not what you did 3 days ago when you're fighting, whatever, you know. But, like, it's a fucked up world we live in now. Honestly, it's a fucked up world. The 2 boys that, Phil, my neighbour, knows, the 2 boys that I live with, the mum doesn't expect them to pick up the dog poo because it makes them gag. Bill, who? They can't walk the dogs because they get hired after school and the dogs have problems. And do you know one thing I've seen recently? What they do is they eat yogurts and then stick the yogurt tub that you're meant to put in the bin back in. Honestly, little things like that. I want to talk about that. How do you bite your tongue as a dad and fucking not fucking scream your fucking house down? You know? Sometimes it gets boring, you know, on a day like today where it's shit, you cannot really go outside or anything. It's just grey as fuck. You know, you're stuck in the house, you have to entertain yourself. That's why I got myself a guitar, you know, you've heard me. Like, I'm gonna try put a lot of time into it. I'm gonna do it now in a minute, to be honest. I try not to do it till about 11, like, but... Yeah, I know. Bro, like, you know, it's, sometimes I go, right, let's just order a takeaway. Like, honestly, the place is a bit in bits, I'm a bit stressed. And there's more arguments about that because they all want their own meal. They're not happy, like, not happy with it. Even if they say, I don't want a meal, I love double cheeseburgers, but can I have 2? And when you say no, they storm off and say, well, then I just won't have anything. And it ruins it. Like, I shouted at the little kid yesterday. Like, you know, I don't know if you heard me, I shouted at him because he walked away, walked halfway down the garden without answering me when I only had a chat with him the night before. So I screamed at him and says, I need a yes or a no. Every morning his missus man's stressed out, trying to get him to the train station on time because he only gets out of bed at 20 to, when the train's at 10 to. But I wake him at 7. So I said, no more, you have to understand. Like, I can't just be a guy that floats around the house and he's got to run up to your right. I have to be a dad, like, just because your dad's somewhere else, I have to be a dad, like, I live in the house, you know. I could think of 1,000 things I'd want to do other than telling, you know, I don't want to, but, you know, like, we've asked him to fill the dishwasher, right? And both of them have started crying, almost going, I don't know how to do it, like. And then they'll storm off and go, oh, walk the dogs instead tomorrow. And then Miss will say, oh, just leave it now. Like, to be fair, you know, the dishwasher's a bit tricky. And I'm going, oh my God, my back's in a hoop here. You know? Like, I can't be embarrassed anymore. Someone came in my channel yesterday and was saying, oh, you should be doing better with your life or some shit like that. Excuse me? Do you know how hard it is to pick up all that shite so you can cut it without splattering all over the windows and all over your trainers? Do you know how hard it is to keep a fucking front garden clean when you've got a cat that loves to go down and eat every flower you plant? You know what I mean? It's been windy as it's a full-time job, I swear to God. The cat, ever since the cat gave birth, every time I go up the stairs, it's just a bang of shite. I changed the litter and I was told you can't keep pinching the costume, but you have to scoop the shit out. So I scoop her out, but the smell of it since she's been pregnant, and now all the little kittens jump in there and they're all running around in it. It's just like, sometimes it's like a zoo. Sometimes it's like a literal zoo. And like by the time 8 o'clock comes, 9 o'clock, I'm bollocks. I just stay up to watch YouTube or do lives, but you'd be fucking bollocks. I just know if I sleep all day I'm worse. I'd be in better mood, I'd be in worse mood if I slept to bed now for a few hours and thought lovely. I'd wake up feeling like an absolute prick. You know? Yeah, my guitar is in the hold on. You know, the fella who delivered my weed, right? The DPD fella. He said to me, oh, so good, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And Phil, you know, we're neighbours, but we don't go out much and stuff. But coming on here, you know, there's lots of genuine people on here. People who don't work, people who can't work because they're injured, people who are alcoholics, people who have criminal convictions to lend you your arm, people who have tried suicide, people who have lost their wife, you know, all sorts. And, you know, you're a nice skin too, I'm not just saying that. Like, you know, me and Jade love living next door to you and your dad, you know. So, and you know, real men do talk about the fucking problems. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. What boys do, boys don't tell people, and they sit in their own resentment and issues in their head, which turns into bigger issues. But men talk about the problems. That'll be the lyric of the morning. Hold on. Don't be afraid. I said, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Let me listen to this. Ooh. Well, I do have a bit of a throat burn on me, but I woke up with that and I'm thinking that's her sneezing all over me. I've never met people who are sick, so sick in all my life. Guys, can we promote more weed, please? Because the more I smoke, the less I'm sick. I'm supposed to be the one who has fucking cardiovascular disease. I'm supposed to be the one who has the lungs of a 97-year-old frog. You know what I mean? They're all dying sick. I never got a COVID jab. I haven't had a flu in about 6 months. You know what I mean? Every fucking day they're sick. Nausea, fucking stomach bugs, laryngitis, fucking chest infections. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck they'd be doing. If you need to pick up today, don't stress about it, because it all works out in the end. There you go. Fuck you and your $75, man. I have to go to the pharmacy actually, guys. I'm gonna go up now in a minute. Stinking of weed. How are you? Where's me happy pills? I'm 500 milligrams, 600 milligrams of sertraline down. That's a lot. That's a lot, man. You're fucking with my sertraline uptake. You know what I mean? Oh, but we just need to go through some basic standard questions. Oh, you mean the same ones every fucking time? Oh, yeah. Have I mentioned I'm a bit fucking mental? You know what I mean? Now I need some codeine products, and I know you're gonna have a problem with that. But at the end of the day, I have a bad back, right? And I need fucking relief. Yeah. Oh, I'm missing you. I'd give it all for the price of the flight. Oh, I'm missing you. I'd give it all for the price of the flight. It's a dark and gloomy day. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired of it being dark and grey. All I can do is pray and say, hey, where the fuck is the sun? I need some fucking sun. All I know is it's always better when the fucking sun is out. That's it for now. By a lonely prison wall, I heard the pharmacy say, sir, your sertraline is ready. And I'm gonna say I'm 500 mils down because of your stupid fucking computer system. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel that I wake up 500-600 milligrams down because of you, Mrs. Rebecca, pharmacy lead. Hello, could you step over here, please? What is exactly what it is? I'll tell you right now what it is. You've had my script for about 3 weeks. And every time I ring, you say, oh, I just can't find it. That's not my fucking fault. I don't have a fucking receipt. It's all on the computer now. So if you're not sitting down at your computer at the right times, that ain't got shit to do with me. All I know is I need me happy pills. Thanks. Some medicines you can't smoke, you know. Sometimes you just have to well away. Feel a bit funky. Shut the fuck up, Mrs. Pharmacy Man. I don't want the bag, no. prick. You're going to charge me for it, the little 10p bag? Suck my left one, I'll carry it. And now everyone knows what tablets I'm on because of you. So fuck you. And I always buy a lollipop as well for the little one, so. They're only 30p. The pound in the shop, 30p in the pharmacy. Why is that? Why is that? Can anyone answer me that question? Riddle me that. Why are they 30p in the fucking pharmacy and the £1 in the shop? There has to be a fucking reason. And the more I stand in that fucking queue looking at bleeding 10 underpants for men, I think, fuck it. One of these days I might. Yeah. Hold on, guys. The internet is shite. Oh yeah, Adam, what's happening? Oh, it's night time for you now, I'm assuming. It's evening time, afternoon. I'm not bad. I have to go to the pharmacy now and get some meds. As I was saying, I was having a laugh saying, look, love. Look, love. Stop farting about there behind the counter acting like you're flicking through paper. I told you I don't have a physical one. It's all online because I'm classed as a vulnerable fucking person. Now I'm 600 mils down the search lane. Could you hurry the fuck up, thanks? And give me 2 Coca-Cola lollipops as well. Fuck your bag. Oh, it's that late. Nice. My medical stuff arrived. It's the second time I ordered that strain. It's called Donnybrook. And it's an indica hybrid. Like, so, and it does get you energised, you know, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You know, nothing wrong with that at all. You know, it's when you're sitting, when you put the kids to bed and you're sitting there with a bottle of Jack Daniels in your hand with tears rolling down your face. That's not when it's good. You know, to unwind, to relax the body. I don't promote alcohol, but you know what I'm saying, fucking a can of beer, whatever. Bottle of cider, 2 bottles of cider, whatever the fuck. But I know what it feels like to be drunk, and it's shit. I don't know anyone who gets really pissed, like I mean really pissed, legless drunk, and thinks this is a great buzz. It's the worst buzz. He'll do anything for it to go away. Hence cocaine and crack. It goes away instantly. But a couple of drinks, no problem. No problem. You know. Lovely. Yeah. Now it's nice to know, like when I'm having a beer here one of the days when the summer kicks in, I'm definitely, like it is summer now, but like I will be, as I said, I'll buy a tray of fucking 0.0 Coronas and I'll buy 6 regular and I'll space that over 2 days, honestly, because I can blaze up as well. You know, I just don't get excited about being drunk, and I love that because I used to want to be drunk. Like anywhere you went, I just had a few cans with me, at least 4 or 5 cans, you know. Yeah, well, so you're going into Wednesday. You're nearly halfway through the week, you know, kinda. And my missus went off to work happy. The kids went to school relatively happy. They're here tonight. They're in the dad's tomorrow. So tonight, once 3 o'clock hits, it's kids, which is fine. You know, I'm lucky I get to spend this time without it. It goes quick though. Now the pharmacy shuts at 1, so I'm assuming I'll be up there in a minute. And I used to call it a chemist, by the way. You don't call it a pharmacy in Ireland, you call it a chemist. But since being over here, my dialect has changed. Do you see the sadness in that? It's not a pharmacy, it's a fucking chemist. But, and I don't know what it is about over here, like, everywhere is not boarded off, like, you can jump over no problem over here, every shop, I don't understand it. Is it because there's more police, or just smarter criminals? But in Ireland, everything's all plexiglass glassed over, and all that shit. Like, it's not like that over here. Everything's still like old school. Where I am anyway. Post offices and all. Some little granny with a set of keys tied around the neck. Do you know what I mean? Stacking tins of soup. So, it's like that. Because a lot of these families get the license for the post office, and it gets people in. They don't give a fuck about it, but it gets people into their store. And also they get a little. So I'm not stupid either. But how was your burger today, guys? Mine was fucking lovely. I'm just about to finish it. You know? Yeah, New Zealand is still a free country, but fucking keep it that way. Ireland's not. I needed to share the Anthony Casey YouTube channel, right? Cassey, Anthony Casey YouTube channel. Needed to share it to all your friends, a few of them they have, and then they can share it, right? Because it tells you all the facts, the dates, the policies, the numbers of illegal immigrants, all these, the courts, all that. And Derek Mousey writes, you know. So shout out to them too. I'm gonna go now in a minute anyway, guys. This is down at the oven. And I always put just tobacco there, so. Sounds like there's fucking Germans coming in to attack. It's only a housing estate being built, but I don't know what the fuck they're using. There's sirens that sound like fucking war sirens, bombs are being dropped, and that sounds like a load of tanks coming by. I'm telling you, it's all kicking off. Yeah, and that's it. Like, my own family will tell me, like, relatively speaking, you know, they don't believe in any of this. They just, you go to work, you pay your bills, you die, and, you know, it's quite sad. But I've opened my eyes a little bit more, and we are being raped on the world stage of our history, our culture, our money, welfare system, our pride, our dignity, the memories of our fathers, all that. Right, stay with me there for a second. Stay with me. Oh, my guitar fucking out. It's windy as fuck out here. My guitar. I'm just have to get a case now. I'm saving up for a case now. You know, I know you think, how can we saving when you're spending your money on green? Henceforth the problem. You know, I just want to get a cheap little case, enough. I never really thought that, but now I'm travelling up to a man's house to learn. Actually, I have finger exercises to do today, no pun intended. I was up late last night watching how to train your tendons to move, because everything really moves with your third finger. And when that moves, so you have to kind of train it not to. Well, I know, yeah, I know. Exactly. Bro, 6 months ago I had £1,500 in my bank as savings, and I had a few quid. I don't have that no more. And the summer's just started, like. But you know what I did learn though, you know, after being in hospital with her and being clean and talking to me ma and all that, I've learned that, like, you have to live. So a couple of days ago I had no weed and I had to dip 100 quid in, like, to my savings, and I was a bit angry about it, you know. And even though my missus kept saying, do you want money, and I was like, no, I do have money. And then she was like, you know what, a year ago or 2 years ago you wouldn't have had that, you would have ran out the door and spent it on crack. That's what she would have said, and you had nothing. Now you have everything. I say that to her, I have everything I want. You know, I have a little bit of green, blah blah blah. But I need to clean that cat shit out. It fucking stinks, guys, and I do it twice a day, bro. Usually, like, I do it twice a day. Like, this is part of my recovery. You know, coming on here. You know, some people do NAs 4 times a day. I go to NA whenever I feel like. You know, here we go. Look, this is what I've got. This is the way it comes. Look,
that the
It's good, this
images,
one.
the uniforms of the
Donny
officers
Burger.
in this footage that appears to come from inside the school does tally with what we're seeing.
Indica Dominant Hybrid, Pure Sun Farms Corporation, Canada. Expiry date the 31st of the 12th, 2025. You know, one thing that bothered me about this, guys. One thing that bothered me about, why am I taking that off when I'm going to hear you better? Hold on. Is, it says on it, it says on one of the bags, there you go, look. It says here, look. Now, why did you say this? Cannabis-based product for medicinal use in humans. Now what? Oh, this is all a fancy bag and all, but what the fuck does that mean on the bag? Cannabis-based product for medicinal use in humans. Can I just have normal weed, please, for regular humans? Thanks. Do you know what I mean? If a donkey wants to get high in the world, I don't mind having donkey weed. Why do you have to specifically say, can we not just leave it alone the way it was? Do you know what I mean? I don't give a shit.
Reaction came from the mayor of Graz.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? And it says on my fucking
Let's just show you this live
2 gram maximum a day, like. And that's why I figured this out. I don't know where it is gone down.
We haven't had that confirmed.
My little set, it's 1.8 grams if you fill all your tubes. Like when you go to, if you get yours filled, right, eventually, you know, you've still got, you know, you can try any time, apply online any time. But this thing is what they'll give you on a prescription, and then you have to buy it. And they say, ew, because there's no combustion and you're just heating the oils. But I don't know about you.
It's also worth just noting
it doesn't feel so.
That this
now, if I was locked in a prison cell and they said it's that or nothing, I'd say give me the fucking thing. But you know what I mean? It's not my go-to. Hello? Would you like to share my vape?
It was on the 20th of June 2015
so, but apparently that's the only legal way to do it. Well, you have to. I'm trying to get, there's a good few people on here, at least 4 people who said, I'm going to text me privately, and they just want me to give them a little bit of advice. And as I said, I done mine in bed. One night it popped up on my thing, Instagram feed, and I just clicked on it. It says, do you want to apply? I says, yeah, fucking hell yeah. Clicked on it, went through the whole thing, and then I realised you have to pay 50 quid. This is why it turns people off. You have to pay 50 quid, send off your application and all that, right? And then, because people think, oh, I'm paying 50 quid to get told, oh, I won't get it. But the thing is, guys, the industry has grown at 300% a month, right? And it has been for the last 2 years. There's 45,000 patients medically. How many people are going to want to get all these, get involved in it? Like, it's a big thing.
In heavy body armour, many of them you can see.
You get like, you get Relief. There's Relief UK, right? Just Relief. Then there's Ma Medica is meant to be a very good one. Just MA is in Ma, and then Medica. They're dispensaries. They're clinics, like. Then there's Alternaleaf, right? That's another one. Just instead of alternatively, just Alternaleaf. And right there you go, and you click on it. If you Google it, right, you click on it, and it'll say, "Have you ever thought about it? Would you like to?" And you go, you know, take control of your medicine and stop with all the pharmaceuticals. Hell yeah! But when you finish your little questionnaire, and it only takes 10 minutes, if I can do it, you can do it. That's actually your date of birth, your address, your male, female, all that shit, and your GP's, so not your GP's name and his favourite cake, just the address of the building, and then that's it. My doctor hasn't spoke to me about it, they haven't talked to me about it, they haven't asked me, said, what's this about, I disapprove. They can't. All they need is access to your records. That's it.
Right now it appears that,
you know, so everybody get on it. This was only 65 now for 10 grams. The other ones I buy at 85 in the tubs. So, you know, but it's only 21%, you know, but I'm really going to try smoke less today, as Hammy said, you know. Phil, Hammy's a medical patient, and all he uses is the vape, like, all day, you know. So, and you probably, one of my joints is probably filled, you probably smoke all day, half a day. So, but I have to go up to the pharmacy, guys, so I'm going to have to let you go. Who do you get? I get mine from Curaleaf, right? But I've had some problems with Curaleaf, so I want to change. I've just been told by my DPD driver who delivers my medical in Sestona. He said, try Big Nasty's medical. It's on Instagram. He typed it into my phone and it came up on Instagram. So Phil, if you have your Instagram, if you want to try that one first, try that one first. You know, just type in Big Nasty or Big Nasty, whatever it is. Medical, and it'll come up and it'll give you a link to his site and all that. Like, honestly guys, I did it for my bedroom. I didn't need to fill out any forms or send off ID, any of that shit. You know, you just have to be prepared to pay 50 quid. All the clinics are the same. Some of them do them for 45, some of them do them for 65, but the average is 50 quid. And then they don't want to refuse you. Do you understand? They want your money. They don't want to refuse you. But you can't just send in a used condom and go, I want my weed. You know what I mean? You have to kind of go, like, I find this difficult, I don't find this difficult, I'm bored with all that other shit. You know, I've tried it in the past, it helped, blah blah blah.
The most elite unit of the Austrian police, they come
but I'm gonna walk up to the shop and mash like this. I'm gonna brush my teeth though, so I'll let you go. And I'll be back on. I want to build my channel. Me and Jude. Jude's really excited. I'm excited. There's a few people who are excited about coming on 3 days a week. I know I've been saying it, but now there's actually more people. It's hard to pick. And so that means we could do a Tuesday night, we could do a Wednesday night, a Thursday night, and a Sunday. You know, I'm bored of TV, I'm bored of movies, guys. I'll come on here for a few hours and speak all the time. So I'll check back in the images when I get back from the pharmacy, right? And the fucking chemist I'm in. And I'll come back, roll a joint, and clean out the cat shit. So I'll catch you in a little bit, right?
I know many would say, well, it's terrorism and it's nature because it's.
See you later.
But obviously